This is Tokyo's oldest temple, said to have been founded in 628 during the reign of Empress Suiko. The story goes that two brothers fishing in the Sumida River found a statue of Kannon in their net and enshrined it as the principal image. The sacred image of Sho Kannon Bosatsu remains a closely guarded secret Buddha to this day. The giant lantern at Kamineramon Gate is world famous as a symbol of Asakusa. Nakami's shopping street is lined with shops selling traditional crafts and local specialties such as kaminari okoshi, rice crackers, and ningyo yaki, small cakes, preserving the atmosphere of old Edo. The main hall and five-story pagoda were destroyed during the war but were rebuilt in the Showa period and continue to attract many worshippers. With approximately 30 million visitors annually, it is one of Japan's premier tourist destinations. The Sanya Matsuri Festival in May is known as one of the three great festivals of Edo. Please enjoy Tokyo's traditional culture at this place where the vitality and faith of the Shidamachi, downtown, district live on. This is Tokyo.
Okay, so picture this. You're in the middle of Tokyo, right? One of the most futuristic, high-tech cities on the planet. And then, bam, you find a forest. A real, deep, quiet forest. It's like this amazing glitch in the matrix of neon and concrete. Well, that place is real. It's called Meiji Jingu, and it's just one of Tokyo's most incredible contradictions.
And the contrast is it's wild. It's so hard to wrap your head around. I mean, you're literally just steps from the crazy, vibrant energy of Harajuku Station, the world capital of street fashion, and then you step through a gate, and silence. Complete peace. That sudden shift, that's really where the magic of this place begins.
So, okay, what exactly is this place? Meiji Jingu, or Meiji Shrine, isn't just some nice city park. No, it's so much more. It's a living, breathing monument to a really pivotal time in Japanese history. And it's a super important center for Shinto spirituality.
Yeah, and I think this quote just absolutely nails that feeling. It calls it a sanctuary, eloquently merging the past with the present, the divine with the mortal, and nature with architecture. It's this amazing spot where all these different worlds collide, right in the middle of the city.
Now, to really get what makes Meiji Jingu so special, you kind of have to understand a little bit about Shinto. It's Japan's indigenous religion, and here's the core idea. It's all about harmony with nature. Shinto belief says that divine spirits, called kami, live in natural things. So, a huge ancient tree, a beautiful waterfall, even a mountain. Any of those could be home to a kami. And that's why this forest is so important. It's not just a pretty backdrop for the shrine. In a very real way, the forest is the shrine.
All right, so let's actually take a walk inside. Because the journey into Meiji Jingu is a whole experience. You don't just, show up. You actually transition. You're being guided from the everyday world into a sacred one. And that all starts the second you get to the entrance.
Your journey starts when you pass under one of these just enormous torii gates. And the feeling is immediate. It's like you're crossing this invisible line. All that city noise just fades away. And suddenly, you're completely surrounded by the sounds of the forest. It's this really powerful signal that, okay, you're entering a different kind of space now, the realm of the kami.
And when I say these gates are massive, I'm not kidding. The main one is 12 meters tall. That's almost 40 feet. Just think about standing under that. But get this, here's the truly mind-blowing part, the wood it's made from. This gate was built using Japanese cypress trees that were over 1,600 years old. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. You are literally walking through ancient history before you even get to the main shrine.
Okay, so you're walking through this incredible forest, and you'd probably think it's been there forever, right? Well, that's what's so amazing. It hasn't. It's actually man-made. When the shrine was first being built, people donated over 120,000 trees from all over Japan. And then over the last 100 years or so, nature just took its course. It's naturally evolved into the thriving forest of about 36,000 trees that you see today. It's an incredible story of human design and natural power working together.
So, who is this amazing place dedicated to? Well, as we get closer to the heart of the shrine, we find out it's all about honoring the legacy of two really important figures in Japanese history.
The shrine is dedicated to the spirits of Emperor Meiji and his wife, Empress Shoken. Now, Emperor Meiji was a huge deal. He was the emperor who led Japan through the Meiji Restoration. This was a time of massive, rapid change that basically took Japan from a feudal, isolated society and turned it into a modern world power. And the empress was equally amazing. She was celebrated for all her work with charities and her support for women's education. And the shrine's own history, well, it kind of mirrors Japan's own modern story. You can see on the timeline here, it was first dedicated back in 1920, but then, tragically, the original buildings were destroyed in air raids during World War II. But here's the amazing part. It was rebuilt in 1958, and the money came entirely from public donations. Its rebirth is just this powerful symbol of how much it means to the people of Japan.
Now, if you do get a chance to visit, and I really hope you do, you'll see these water basins called temizuya. This is for a beautiful, simple purification ritual you do before you go to the main prayer hall. It's just a quiet moment to cleanse yourself, symbolically of course, and following these simple steps, well, it's just a really wonderful and respectful way to take part in the local culture.
Okay, but there's more to see than just the main shrine buildings. If you venture a bit further, you'll find a more intimate, hidden space, a gorgeous garden that has a really sweet personal story behind it.
This is the inner garden, and it's just stunning. Turns out Emperor Meiji actually designed it as a personal gift for the Empress. So romantic, right? Those famous iris flowers, he had them planted just for her. The garden also has some other cool spots, like Kiyomasa's Well, which is known as a power spot for good luck. And Nanchi Pond is home to carp that are supposedly descended from fish the emperor himself released. It's a place that just feels full of romance and legend.
But Meiji Jingu isn't some museum piece, frozen in time. It's a living, breathing part of Tokyo. And just like the city around it, it's constantly dealing with this push and pull. That challenge of balancing a sacred past with the pressures of a fast-moving future.
And honestly, I don't think anything shows this blend of old and new better than this right here. You've got these beautiful barrels of traditional Japanese sake, which are offerings to the kami, and right next to them, barrels of French Burgundy wine. This was Emperor Meiji's whole thing. He was all about blending Western ideas with Japanese tradition. And this display is just the perfect symbol of that spirit.
But today, that delicate balance is being seriously tested. The outer area of the shrine grounds, called the Gaien, it's where you'll find sports venues like the famous Jingu Stadium, is now at the heart of a huge and pretty controversial redevelopment project.
So what's all the fuss about? Well, it really comes down to the trees. On one side, you have a major heritage group, ICOMOS, that's put out a heritage alert. They're warning that this project could end up destroying something like 3,000 trees. But then, on the other side, the developers are telling a very different story. They say, yes, 743 trees will come down, but they're going to plant 837 new ones. So you have this major disagreement about what the real environmental impact is going to be.
So let's take a look at the developer's side of things. This chart breaks down their math. They're saying they'll keep 886 of the current trees and move another 275. Now, for the 743 trees that will be removed, they'll be replaced by 837 new ones. So, according to their calculations, the project actually ends up with a net gain of 94 trees.
And it's not just about the tree count for them. The developers also argue that this whole project is going to make the area much better for the public. This chart shows their plan to more than double the amount of open public space, taking it from 21% up to 44%, and to bump up the total amount of green space too. Look, it's a super complex issue, and there are really passionate, smart arguments on both sides of this.
And all of this really brings us back to a huge, fundamental question. Meiji Jingu was created to be a symbol of how you can merge tradition with modernity. But now, as Tokyo keeps evolving at lightning speed, this debate makes you wonder, how can any city, anywhere in the world, protect its precious history and its sacred spaces while still building for the future? It's a tough question with no easy answers.
And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed exploring this part of Japan with us. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more travelers like you who love Japan. And here's the most important part. If you haven't already, please subscribe to New Wealth Japan and hit that notification bell. By turning on notifications, you'll be the first to know whenever we upload a new video. We post new content regularly, featuring different destinations, food experiences, and cultural insights across Japan, so you won't want to miss out. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Do you have any questions about what we covered today? Is there a specific place in Japan you'd like us to feature in an upcoming video? Maybe a particular Japanese dish you're curious about, or a cultural tradition you want to learn more about? Please share your thoughts, questions, and suggestions in the comments below. We read every single comment and your feedback helps shape our future content. Also, if you've been to Japan before, we'd love to hear about your experiences. Share your favorite memories or travel tips with our community. Let's learn from each other. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of our New Wealth Japan family. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, safe travels, and see you in the next video. Sayonara.